It says we're live.
Can't see it.
Yeah, it
I can't
might
see
take
it.
a few minutes to actually show it going live, but wow, I think both OBS and
Oh, here we go.
YouTube say we're live. Awesome.
Okay, I can see us.
Now, can everyone hear us? Can you guys hear both of us? Hello, hello, hello.
Can't see it.
Yeah. Oh, I hear an echo on your end, Estelle. I guess mute YouTube. I can hear me.
Oh, here we
Say we're live.
go. I can see us.
Now can everyone hear us? Can you guys hear both of us? Are you able to mute it, Estelle?
Sorry, because I've got 3 windows.
You got 3 windows open, so there's 3 echoes.
That's basically what it was, yeah.
All right, I don't hear the echo anymore. I think we're good.
No, I've closed all the windows. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Oh.
For some reason, Discord didn't pick up your sneeze.
It's like lightning. Oh.
Hello, everyone. So you guys can, I think they can hear us all, so I think we're good. Sorry, we had our usual Estelle stream tech issues, although they were on my end. In fact, I can actually show you guys what the tech issues are. So, for some reason, OBS is picking up my webcam just fine. But if you'll notice here on Discord, it will not pick up my webcam at all. So I have like this bootleg thing going on where I have OBS picking up Estelle's webcam on Discord, but OBS is picking up my webcam like a completely different way because Discord will not detect my webcam. So I was dealing with that for about 10 minutes, and I found a weird workaround. But yeah, hello everyone. Here's our annual casual Krystelle corner. I think we said that last May when we did this. Like, oh, it's been a year since we've done it.
It's been ages, and you've seized up on my page. You've seized up. We've seized up.
Uh-oh.
It's so weird.
Am I frozen, everyone? Or is that just on Estelle's
No, I think it's just on my end. It's like the internet. Honestly, I've just gone back to can't see it to the Ice Age. Sorry guys, I'm just having my dinner.
Let me check it on my end just to make sure it's not. Doesn't look like it's frozen on my end, so.
No,
I think it's just your end that YouTube froze up. But anyway. So yeah, we keep saying we're gonna do these live streams throughout the year, and it seems like we only ever do them in May. So I think just May is our month.
I think so.
It was almost a year ago to the day that we did a live stream. I remember you wanted to do a Christmas live stream, and I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
And it didn't happen today.
Nah, I remember the last few years we tried to do a Christmas stream. It just didn't happen. But hey, maybe this year a Christmas stream will happen. We'll see.
Let's do it. Let's try and plan. Well, I reckon so. Let's do it.
All right, we'll try and finally. I still have the thumbnail I made for it like 3 years ago too. The Krystelle Christmas stream. So maybe this year we'll do a Krystelle Christmas stream finally. It'll be the lucky year. But
this is the year.
Huh?
This is the year.
This is the year.
May the 3rd, yes. May the 4th be with you.
May is definitely, at least for me personally, been better than April. I don't know if you want to keep the stream positive or not, but yeah, we both had a pretty terrible April this year. I don't know if you want to talk about that or just move on to positive stuff.
Yeah, let's just not even bother entertaining that one.
Yeah. April sucked. Things are looking a little better now, thankfully. We'll just move on from April. It was a terrible month for both Estelle and I. We both had our own different reasons. We had some crossover reasons why it sucked, but
oh my god, it was awful.
It was a really terrible April, guys. I'm so glad it's over. Literally from April 1st until April 30th, just every day something bad was happening. But thankfully, I've had a few calm days now since May has started.
I need work, guys.
Mother's Day?
I did wonder that.
Someone says Happy Mother's Day. I don't know. Is it Mother's Day in England? I don't think it is in America.
No, well, not in England. It was back in March.
Is it Mother's Day in America, guys? Is today Mother's Day? And I'll feel terrible if today's Mother's Day.
Oh my god, you haven't missed it, have you?
It doesn't say on my calendar. It doesn't say Mother's Day, so I don't know. Someone says Happy Mother's Day, so someone said blame Nate the hate. Yeah, people are talking about. I think I mentioned it to you. Apparently, there was some leaks that a new Star Fox game was gonna get dropped, like any day now,
Yes.
guys, for reals, and it didn't happen.
But they did it deliberately, didn't they? They were trying to figure out who the mole was, weren't they?
There's all kinds of theories. I told people like even if someone who leaks things is reliable, you can't trust them because if you're someone who leaks private information to the public, you're just inherently untrustworthy because of what you do.
Agreed.
Like it's not even it's not
Like
even
people
like a
that
personal
cheat.
thing. It's the same thing with a spy. Even if you have a spy working for you, you can't completely trust them because they're a spy.
They're a spy. It's the
So like
nature of the
if
beast.
someone's leaking information, you always, even if they're reliable,
Mhm.
you always have to take what they say with a grain of salt because what they're doing is just sneaky and underhanded,
I
just
agree,
by
which
its
is why I was
nature.
talking about people when they cheat. If they're going to do that to their person, the one that they're supposed to love the most in the world, they're not going to give a shit about you as an employer or colleague or whatever.
Yeah, so the person who leaked the Star Fox game, there's all kinds of possibilities. One, he could have just flat out lied about it. It could have all been a lie.
Yeah.
Two, his inside sources he could be honest, but his inside sources could have lied to him. Um,
Mhm.
Three, it could all be true, and Nintendo just
Neo, I'm
delayed.
so
They
hungry.
just delayed the game a few weeks. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I just always take leaks with a grain of salt and don't like get invested in them because well, here's a good example of not why not to get invested in leaks.
Yeah, quite.
Everyone was like going nuts, like oh, there's gonna be a new Star Fox game tomorrow, and then it
Well,
didn't
someone said
happen.
here that it was supposed to, it was on the 1st of April, wasn't it? So do you reckon it was like an April Fool's thing?
No, it was supposed to be this past Tuesday, the second to last day of April, because there's a week long holiday in Japan, and everyone was certain it was going to get announced right before that week long holiday. And when I think about it, like as a marketing strategy, that makes sense. I would think they would announce a new game right before a holiday so everyone has time to process it, but they didn't. So I have a feeling what you said is the case, that Nintendo intentionally leaked false
Mm.
information to catch leakers. I have a feeling that's probably what happened, but I don't know. There's no way I can prove that or disprove it, so I'm just not going to worry about it until something gets announced or doesn't get announced. So
Yeah, stay in our lane.
to answer that
Stay in
person,
our lane.
that was a very long way of me to answer that person in the chat that I'm not disappointed because I didn't get invested in it to begin with because I don't completely trust leaks.
Okay, that's answered that.
Um, so do you just want to do a Q&A today? Because I think there's some people in the audience that just want to ask you some
Yeah,
questions.
let's do it.
I guess
Let's do it. As
we're
long
just
as you
gonna
don't
do
mind
a
me
Q&A,
eating. So
everyone.
sorry. Hmm.
Uh,
What do we want to talk about?
we have Estelle here for like 45 minutes to an hour, and we probably won't have her until next May. So if you have questions for her, now's the time. we might have her around Christmas time.
No, I need to start showing up more often.
We'll try. Well, yeah, we'll try and do more live streams every now and again.
I need to.
When I
I
do
need
my
to.
dev streams, I'll try and invite you to when I work because I haven't done any in the last few weeks because April sucked. But I started doing like live streams with me working on Star Fox Event Horizon. I'll try and do those
Mm.
again. I'll try and invite you to be in the background of those a few times. We'll see.
I need to set up my own YouTube because I'd like to do live meditations and things.
Oh, you've been saying that for years. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll set up your YouTube finally. Oh yeah, yeah. Didn't you just want to do more meditations in general, like just
Mm.
recordings?
Yeah, I need to get my setup back up and
Yeah, I
running
know. I
because
definitely
those of
know
you that notice
there's
I'm
a
not
I know
in my.
there's a group of patrons who definitely love those.
Yeah, I need to do that. I need to
So
do that.
they'll
What am I
definitely be really
eating?
happy.
I've just eaten a Sharwood's curry and rice chicken korma, like pot noodle, which is a noodle you just add hot water. Very unhealthy.
But fast
Very
and cheap.
unhealthy. Exactly. And yeah, so that's it. Yes.
Yeah, I see a bunch of
Um,
people asking you what you're eating.
okay, so let's start. Okay. Have either of you played Seen Pragmata yet? Diana's just so precious. I have no idea what that is.
I haven't played it, but every time I go on Steam, it's like on the front page, so I'm aware of it, but I haven't played it yet. I don't know
Oh,
much
is there a
about it.
license for that? Is there a character for that?
I think there's a particular character in that people like. It's some little girl that the player
Is
like.
that Diana?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm vaguely familiar with it, but I haven't played it, and I don't know a ton about it. But I every time I go on Steam, it's like on the front page, so I assume it's really
oh,
popular.
oh, right. So, a blonde little girl.
Yeah, that's probably who they're talking about.
Oh, right. Okay.
Someone's asking, "Are you involved in a new game that we should know?" If she is, she's not going to tell you because she will have signed an NDA.
I was gonna say, yeah, if
But
for anything
also,
like that,
another
yeah.
hint: if she is involved in an official game, she probably won't be doing work for Event Horizon. So that'd be another tip off that she's involved in an actual in one of the Star Fox games.
Yeah, there will be signs,
There would
me
be
driving around in a
signs.
Ferrari. No. Okay. Estelle, do you prefer UK or USA for the weather? Well, it kind of depends really, because I know that there can be some really cold places in the US. So I haven't been to America enough to be able to decide is the answer to that. So,
I know you want to come to America very badly, though.
I do, yeah. I really do. I want to come to Texas. I want
It's
to go to
gonna be
Dallas.
Texas, but
Yeah.
yeah, Texas has
Yeah.
quite a bit of everywhere in the United States has quite a variety of weather, except California, which is basically it's either really hot here or mild.
Okay, so it sounds like I'd prefer the US by the sounds
There's
of
a
it.
lot of variety
Really?
here. So even if there's a place in the US you don't like, you can just move to somewhere else in the US and there's a completely different biome. There's
Nice.
deserts, there's
You have everything there,
the
don't
Great
you?
Plains, there's forests, there's all
Rocky
the Sierra Nevada, yeah, the
Mountains.
Sierra Nevada, the Rocky Mountain.
Mm,
We're thinking the same thing at the same time. It's
yeah,
hilarious. There's all the coast. There's a lot of variety. There's this all the snowy regions in the north, all the deserts in the south. The United States is
nice.
bigger than Europe, I think. But
Oh, yes, yes, I can imagine. I can imagine.
I see someone saying we're not
So,
far from Dallas.
oh, really? Who said that?
Avery Gamer Dude 7911 said that. So yeah, if Estelle ever does a convention or something in
Oh,
Texas,
yeah.
you'll have front row seats.
I want to go to Fort Worth. Is that how you say it?
Fort
That's where
Worth.
I want to go.
I
Yes.
actually think that's where one of our when we were trying to set up that convention a few years ago, I think that's where that one guy
Fort
was trying to
Worth.
set it
They
up.
have Stephen's here and Trevor and Marshall.
Oh yeah, Pure Insanity's
Um,
there. Yeah, Pure
yeah,
Insanity. Have you ever made it to one of these live? I think that's
he has.
the
He
first time I've
has.
seen you in one of these while it's live.
I really
Awesome.
know he normally makes
Oh,
it.
he did. Wow.
Um,
I
so Estelle, if you had crystal staff prop, where would you keep it in your house? Under my bed is what I would use it for as a weapon.
Awesome.
Uh,
Someone saying Oregon is the bipolar state when it comes to weather. Yeah. I haven't
oh,
been to
really?
Oregon in 10 years, but I went to Oregon in 2014 and I thought it was really nice up there. And I remember I was at that really large park to the west of Portland. I was talking to a guy there and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's really nice, but come winter it's going to snow here and it's going to be really cold." It's also the first time I ever saw a miniature husky. Was at that
Oh,
park.
Pomsky. What are they?
Yeah, the
Was it a
little miniature
Pomsky?
husky. It was when I was on a vacation in Portland about, God, was it 12 years ago now. That's insane, man.
Oh, it's probably dead now.
Oh, that's so depressing. He might still be around.
I hope so.
Dogs can make it to
Oh,
20.
oh God, I hope so. I don't want my Gary. I want my Gary to live forever.
Oh,
Um, what
oh
else have we
man.
got, guys? To Estelle, with May the 4th tomorrow, have any character from Star Wars you think you or Crystal are similar to in personality or morals? Oh God, I hate to really like. I'm not really big into Star Wars. I mean, I enjoy like kind of watching them, I suppose, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know, Princess Leia. No, who did Natalie Portman play?
That was
I
Amidala.
yeah,
Padme.
I would probably say her.
Yeah, there's quite a few different possible candidates in Star Wars because there's so many freaking characters in Star Wars. It's probably one of the
Yeah, there's
Jedi
loads.
characters.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
trying just off the top of my head, what's her name? Was it Ayla Secura, the blue one? Probably the blue Jedi is probably Crystal's probably like
Potentially, yes,
a
absolutely.
similar attire also.
Indeed,
So
yes.
I would say Ayla Secura maybe. I see someone in the
What else
audience
have we
saying
got?
Mara Jade. I don't know about Mara Jade. Maybe if we're talking about cursed, maybe Mara Jade.
Someone said, "I know you were being very busy lately with life." Oh my God, that's an absolute understatement.
That's an understatement.
It is an understatement. But I wanted to know if you'd be available for a voice commission. Yes,
You definitely are.
absolutely. Guys, hit me up.
On that note,
I'm taking a different turn with regards to what I'm doing. So yes, definitely open for commissions, definitely open for collaborations, definitely open for more of these streams. Um,
yeah, guys, yeah, for if you
yeah.
guys have like a project that you need Estelle to voice in and you're willing to pay her, please let her know. Like Estelle's trying to go full in with voice acting soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something different, if that makes sense, in this. Yeah, trying to step into not the unknown or the fear, but yeah, maybe a little bit, you know. So yes, here for it all, guys. Can you?
Not even just Crystal thing, just any voiceover work for anything. Like
Yeah,
just
I'm here
let Estelle
to,
know. She'll
yeah,
do it.
collaborate. I will do it. I live in Minnesota. You can experience all four seasons in a single day or drive for a few hours and the temperature will shift by 40 degrees. To be honest, you can actually experience all four seasons in a day here in the UK. I think we've done that today. Throughout the entire day, particularly the afternoon, I went to see my son fishing with a load of friends, and yeah, it was really hot. Then it started to rain. Then it got really windy. Then it got really cold, and then it didn't obviously snow, but yeah, we experienced those sort of things. So when you get up in the morning, you just don't know how to dress. Like literally, you don't know how to dress. It's really annoying.
I see a question in the chat. I'd be happy to answer.
Yes. Oh God, yes. She's new.
Yeah, someone's asking about our Victorian dragon lady, who I just showed you
Yeah.
for the first time last night. I think.
Hmm.
Let me
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah,
let
yeah.
me get a better image on the screen. All right, so little bit of tangent since someone asked. So obviously I have tons of different video games I want to make in my lifetime other than my Star Fox game. We have the game with Norin I want to make, but there's another game that has been in my head for years. And one of the characters in it, the villainous character, this kind of Victorian dragon lady, is a villain I wanted Estelle to play for years because I don't think Estelle's ever voiced a villain before. And I've mentioned it to her over the years that I have an idea of her voicing a villain character, but I only just showed her this character last night for the first time actually. But the idea is it's this game that's kind of set in the Wild West, so it's got the whole like cowboy and cowgirl aesthetic. But the twist is obviously everyone's anthro characters like Star Fox, but also all of the architecture and everything is very medieval. So you have things like all of these like European castles like buried in the desert. You have all like this Wild West kind of stuff happening and like all in like this European setting that's also in the middle of a desert. I think that'd be really cool. But I don't want to spoil too much details, but this character would be like the main villain of that project and I'd have Estelle voice her. Our wine sipping Victorian dragon lady. And of course she's
Perfect.
blue because why not?
Obviously.
So and the other character is like is the protagonist. And that's her rival. She'll probably be Australian. So hopefully that answers that. Hopefully that piques your interest and answers that without giving away too much. Because that's a project that's still going to be quite a bit in the future. Because I'm still working on the Star Fox game, and then I want to do Norin stuff after that, and then that's something for down the road. Yeah. I don't know if you have any questions about that or not, Estelle, or you just want to move on to more questions in the
No,
chat. we got a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of people in the audience today. I'm not surprised.
yay.
So yeah, I guess we'll just move on to more questions. I see someone asking if you've seen a fox in space. I think you've answered that like 20 times over the last 6 years.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she's seen a fox in space, and I'm pretty sure she's doing voiceover work for it. I don't know when, but eventually. Has he had you do the voices yet, or are you still waiting on that?
No,
Yeah,
I'm still waiting.
he works very very slow, so it'll eventually you'll get eventually you'll do your lines for a fox in space.
I need to get my setup and everything right with the move. It's all here, and I've got some video games to still ship out. So for anybody who's literally, I've been just chasing my tail all this week. So and I've moved back in with my mum who's clearly got dementia. So I yeah,
Been just completely
yeah,
swamped. Yeah, like we said earlier, April
yeah,
a
yeah,
very bad month.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Things seem to be calming down though.
Uh,
Sort of.
not, not really,
Things are thankfully seem to be calming down on my end, so I can help you.
Okay,
I
good.
don't have to
Okay,
worry
good.
about all the crap going on my end. I can finally help you better.
Bless
But
you.
wow, I just drew
Okay,
a blank. I forgot what I was
so
gonna say.
right, so I got a good one. I've been called an old soul by my co-workers. Could you elaborate on what that means? It basically means that, you've been on this plane and this isn't the first time that you've sort of lived on this planet. So you've got an old soul is that, you've got wisdom and you're a lot older than your physical years, if that makes sense. So you're clearly quite wise, or you have an old head on some young shoulders, basically, is probably what they mean.
That's a cool thing to
Um,
have.
yeah, it is,
I
yeah.
could have used that
It's
back
good.
in my 20s.
Yeah, God, tell me about it. I might not be in this situation if I had, yeah. Estelle, I want to ask, how does it feel working on Event Horizon? Oh, it's amazing. It's so lovely. Just the community's brilliant, just yeah, everything's just brilliant. It's lovely.
As soon as we get your mic set up again, we're finally gonna have you do the Queen Earthwalker.
Can you bear with me a second? 1 second, sorry.
Sure.
I think my mum, hang on.
I'll look in the questions while you're gone. All right, guys. Let's see if there's any questions I can answer while she's gone. Oh, here we go. A general question for Event Horizon. Are you doing command as well, or just ignoring all of it? Either answer is understandable. I'm going to include command in Event Horizon to the best of my ability. Now, people have asked this before, and on my Discord I've said I'm fully prepared when I start putting stuff from command in Event Horizon. I'm fully prepared for people to react badly to it. And if I start doing this stuff and you guys do not like it, I am fully willing to stop what I'm doing and kind of go back and change and fix the command stuff that I'm putting in the game. Because I know that there's a lot of people that do not like command, and adapting anything from that game is risky. So yes, I'm gonna add command stuff into the game, but I'm fully prepared to kind of go back on that and redo things if the response to it isn't good. Because I know command is, yeah, I think I'm repeating myself, but I think you understand what the answer is. But yeah, I'm seeing questions for Estelle, so I can't really answer those for Estelle. Like I can't do the line. I see someone asking to do her line from Adventures. I can't do that. Only she can. Let's see. You can make a joke about how command was bad, but Fox makes a meta joke about it. I try not to poke at Star Fox too much in my own game. Now and again, I'll make like little jokes that kind of poke at Star Fox, but like for one, I actually don't really hate command that much. I understand that there's things in command that could have been done a lot better and are kind of stupid, but I try not to let like the internet or the outside world kind of seep into the game. I know it kind of just does because it's omnipresent, but I don't know if I'll actually poke too much fun at Command in Event Horizon. I'll try and actually just do a nice adaptation of it. Oh, I think we got Estelle back.
I'm back.
Thankfully, someone
Sorry,
asked a
guys.
question that I could answer, but I saw someone asking if you can do the line from Adventures, the "My staff, your back" line.
Oh, my staff! You're back.
Awesome.
I think that's what it was.
We have to
Yeah.
find a way to get that line into Event Horizon eventually.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Oh, I see a question
What else have
directed
we
at
got?
me. I've
Go
answered this
on.
question in another live stream again. Someone asking what I thought of Fox in the Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I've I've answered it in another live stream. I'll try and keep it short. He's a different version of Fox. He's not the Fox from the video games. And I'm not particularly interested in seeing more of that version of Fox.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, here I've said this on a live stream too. From people, I don't know a lot about Mario. Like I've only played like a Mario game like 25 years ago. I've heard from people who really are fans of Mario that it's the same thing with the Mario characters too. Like Princess Peach is out of character. Like they've made their own versions of those characters, and that's fine. Like you know, even in Event
Yes.
Horizon, like there's some tweaks to the Star Fox characters. They're not absolute perfect adaptations from the game, except for Krystelle. But so they've made their own version of the character, and that's fine. But apparently it's like that with the Mario characters too. I don't know much about Mario, but you know someone who does voices for Event Horizon, he's a huge fan of Mario, and he's told me like yeah, even the Mario characters they're all out of character. It's not a perfect
Yeah.
adaptation from the game, but that's just what happens in Hollywood. There's you know it's the same thing with like you know the Spider-Man movies. There's like so many different versions of
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and none of them are good adaptations of the source material. So that's my opinion. He's not a good adaptation of Fox from the games. I've heard a lot of yeah. I see in the comments everyone keeps saying he's more like Falco than Fox. They
Mm.
should have just made him Falco. Like they should have had Falco be in the movie to set up like a Star Fox movie or whatever, and they should just had him be Falco.
Well, maybe they did, and then Glenn Powell messaged and was like,
Oh yeah,
"No,
make
I
him
want to do."
Fox. Maybe I don't know. Well, I even jokingly, I'm not joking. I'm, you know, I even said in my other stream, ironically, I feel like Chris Pratt would have been better as Fox, which is funny because he's in that movie. He's Mario. Actually,
Yeah.
I feel like Chris Pratt actually would have been a better Fox McCloud. So it's just kind of funny, but so that's my opinion. Hopefully, I didn't upset anyone. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be honest though. I can't lie and say, oh yeah, it was amazing. It is what it is. I think
Okay.
Estelle might
Do we
actually
have any
have a
more
more positive
questions?
opinion than me, so I don't know. Maybe she can brighten up
Oh
everyone's
yeah,
day.
no, it was nice to see him. It was, it was nice to see the character in that game and in the movie, and he was in there for a lot longer than we were expecting, which was lovely. So I think personally, I was grateful for that. And it wasn't really a cameo. It was literally teeing up for something bigger, I reckon. So yeah, yeah, I obviously found him quite nice. But yes, so
I see people in the chat saying like his comment to Slippy. I'm like, yeah, that was the point for me where I'm like, this isn't Fox McCloud. That comment he makes about Slippy is so out of character. That's something Falco would say to Slippy. Um,
you said that originally, didn't you?
yeah, I see.
Mm.
Someone in the chat, Spectra, says, yeah, that comment about Slippy didn't really help matters. Yeah, exactly. That was the point in the movie where, because up until that point, I'm like, it's Fox, but it's just a different Fox. And I'm kind of like, I'm accepting the fact that this is a different Fox. But then he says that comment about Slippy, and I'm like, Fox would never, ever, ever say that. That is That's so out of character. That just felt wrong to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it too seriously. I don't know. Maybe, but just that comment he says about Slippy again. That's something Falco would say. Falco would say something like that about Slippy, but I don't think Fox would. So that's just my opinion, though. Yeah, I see people in the chat saying it would have been better if it was Falco in the movie. I agree. They should have just had Falco, and then Falco could have set up Fox McCloud in the Star Fox movie. And you know, Falco.
Any of these, I can't see any of these. Sorry.
Oh, are you distracted?
No, I was just saying I can't see any of these comments.
Oh, you're trying to read the comments on your phone. Okay.
Yeah, I just can't see any of this.
Is the chat jumping for you too? Or like the chat will just suddenly jump when you're trying to read something? That happens to me all the time.
I don't know. I can see other questions. But sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me.
Yeah, again. Sorry guys, she's trying to keep up with the chat. Now what was I saying before that? Yeah, I see someone mentioning the black lipstick. There's a really funny meme that's been going around Discord with the black lipstick. I think I might have it on my computer. Let me go looking for it. I think I have it. Yeah, the black lipstick thing is really weird. I don't know what's going on with that design choice. Let me see if I have. I might have it. That meme saved on my computer somewhere. Do I have it? I don't think I do actually. Oh no, I think I do. I think it's in my I think it's in here somewhere. Bear with me, guys. Let me try and find the funny meme. Shoot, I actually thought I had it saved on my computer, but I'm not seeing it. It's in my live stream folder. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure I have this meme somewhere. Might be in my fun stream folder. Nah, I don't have the meme saved. Sorry, guys. But I think I posted my last live stream. It just show it's like a freeze frame of Fox from that movie where his black lipstick is, like he's doing like a kissing pose and it's got like the black lipstick and it's just like going beyond barrel rolls. It's a really funny meme. Let's see, Fox literally invited Slippy into the team after bonding with him at the academy. They're best friends. Yeah, they're at least I got the impression that those two were the best of friends. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Fox ever insults Slippy in any of the Star Fox games at all. I think he's the only... Even Krystelle makes fun of Slippy in Assault once. Fox never makes fun of Slippy ever because he's his best friend. So for him to make such a weird comment like that about Slippy just felt so out of character. I don't know, that line just like broke my brain. It didn't even when I first heard it, I didn't even register. Like, it was the second time I heard it and I'm like, wait, did Fox actually just say that about Slippy? Like, and even if you strip it of the context and you're just like, you're not even thinking of this as Fox McCloud, I don't even understand how that line's supposed to be funny in the movie itself. Like, I like, what's funny about it, like, you know, oh, that's what I get for hiring a frog is my... Like, how is that line funny? Like, just in and of itself. I don't get the joke. Like, what's funny about frogs? And on top of that, Slippy isn't even a frog. He's a toad, so... I don't know. So I'm not particularly enthusiastic about that version of Fox, and I'm not really interested in seeing more of that version of Fox, unless a different studio does the movie. Then I'll give it another shot. Let's see. Real talk, I love what you've done with Slippy's character in Event Horizon. He's a lovable dork. Oh, thank you so much. Although a lot of the credit must go to Michael Francis, his voice actor, who's done an amazing job. So I guess I can't say too many negative things about Movie Fox because I did make some tweaks to Slippy in Event Horizon that makes him a bit different from the game. So I'm guilty of it too. See, Avery Gamer Dude says, well, I think Fox was just kidding around. I hope he was. I don't know what the joke was supposed to be, and it was just a weird. If it was supposed to be like him kidding around, like I didn't get the joke. It went over my head, and it just was kind of like a weird line. The people who made the movie, I am certain that their intention for that line was to be a joke. I just was a terrible joke in my opinion that made Fox seem like an ass. Honestly, again, something Falco would say, but um yeah, I would even go as far as to say Fox McCloud in that movie has a bit in common with Wolf from Star Fox 64. See, like, but yeah, he's not super snarmy, but he's kind of like that got like that real arrogance about him, which Fox is not an arrogant character at all. Fox is not a show off. He's not arrogant. He's very stoic and he's generally pretty humble. Fox is connected, didn't I? Guys, did we get disconnected? Or are we still live? I think we're still live. OBS just flashed up a warning saying I disconnected. So guys, let me okay, we're still live. OBS says I disconnected, so I don't know what's going on, but all right, we're still live. Stream chugged for a moment. Okay, I probably had just an internet hiccup. Sorry guys if the stream got messed up and Estella's distracted. See, he and Slippy are basically army brothers at this point, and they can still do those jokes with each other since they're that close. Well, the thing is, if we're talking about in the movie, like Slippy isn't there. He's insulting Slippy to like complete strangers, which just seems really weird. It'd be one thing if Slippy was there and he like said something in front of Slippy, and then Slippy just like oh ha 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 like went along with the joke, but like he's not even there. And then I feel like some of you guys might not have been in my other stream, but another thing I thought was really out of character was how like overly emotional Fox reacted to like crashing the R-Wing. I thought that was really weird. And it's extra weird because I have a very similar scene in Event Horizon where Fox crashes an R-Wing. And, he doesn't like get really upset and like, oh no, I gotta he's just like, oh, this sucks. And he gets right back into the mission and focusing on trying to fix the problem instead of like crying about it. I thought that was really, really bizarre. How Fox kind of like started crying in front of a bunch of strangers. Considering, in Star Fox, the one time he almost cries is when he thinks Pepe's gonna die and he stops himself from crying, like, right before he does. So it's just a bunch of weird, out-of-character things, in my opinion, that just kind of put me off to that version of the character, so... I've seen people saying he crashed his dad. Was that something I missed in the movie? Did the movie say that he got the ship from his father? I keep saying that, or seeing that, and seeing people say that, but I don't remember the movie saying he got the ship from his father. And again, I've said this before, in the games he didn't get his ship from his father. His father was in his ship when he died, and there's 3 different versions of James McCloud dying. In the original Star Fox game, he disappears in a black hole, and he's in his ship. In Star Fox 64, he gets exploded. It shows it in the intro, his ship getting blown up in the intro. And to the point where when his father's ghost shows up at the end of 64, he's in a ghost of the R-Wing. And then in Star Fox Zero, he was also in his R-Wing, and you see him in the ghost R-Wing at the end game of the 2. So the R-Wing is not his father's in the games. And case in point, in each game, he gets a new R-Wing. Like, so he has no attachment, no emotional attachment at all to the R-Wings in any of the video games, anyway. And I don't remember in the movie, I don't remember him saying, like, oh, I got this shit from my father. So maybe that was in the movie and I just missed it. But I don't know where that's coming from. I don't remember them setting that up in the movie. So I don't understand why he's so emotionally attached to the R-Wing. Again, it's a different version of Fox. Maybe they're going to do that. Maybe they are going to go with that angle that he got the ship from his father. But they didn't set that up in the movie, so it just seemed really just out of character to me. I'm like, oh, like, why is he so upset and, like, crying in front of complete strangers? Like, in the actual Star Fox game, it took Pepe almost die, like, him thinking Pepe was about to die to get just a teeny little tiny tear that he stopped, like that. I don't know. It was really weird to me. I don't know. Um, like I feel like the way Fox would react in that situation, he'd have that moment of like, oh shit, I might be screwed. Like that kind of like stunt, like the R-wing crashing. He'd be stunned for a second, like uh-oh, and then he'd just be like, all right, we need to find a way to fix the situation. He'd focus right on the mission and try and find a way to fix the situation. I don't think he would get that especially in front of strangers. Like, I don't know. I felt like that was just wildly out of character. But again, it's a different version of Fox, so there's different versions of different other characters, like Batman and Spider-Man. So, and there's versions of Batman I like, and there's versions of Batman I don't like. So this is just a different version of Fox I don't really like that much. Maybe if a different studio makes a Star Fox movie, they'll do another different version that I like more, or might be even worse. I don't know. I guess we'll see someday. Oh, hey, Exiled. Did you have a question for Estelle before you go? I'm sorry. I don't know. Estelle got distracted by something. Like I said, it hasn't been a good month for Estelle, and there's stuff going on, but, she'll talk about that if she wants to. So, Green Rob, Ice Cream Man, what are your thoughts of the voice of Wolf and Bill Gray passing away? Yeah, Jock. For those that don't know the news, Jock Blaney he actually passed away in March, but I didn't find out until the middle of April. I'd messaged him in the middle of April, getting ready to send him his next set of lines, and he didn't respond to me right away. I didn't think that was that strange because he usually never responds to me right away. But a few days had gone by, and then I think it was Kyle who found out he passed away, and he's like, I think Jock Blaney passed away, and he sent me his obituary, and we weren't 100% sure if it was him, but I'm like, I think that's him. So I did some research, and I reached out, and then I found out about 20 minutes later that he passed away. And I said this in another live stream. I found out Jock Blaney passed away while I was waiting at the ER, because my fiance was in the ER. Like, it was just a horrible day. Thankfully, my fiance ended up being fine. She unplugged my headphones. She just had she ended up just having a sprained ankle, but yeah, that was a terrible day. I forgot what I was saying. That was real. I still haven't even really put a bunch of thoughts into who's gonna take up the mantle in Event Horizon, because he didn't finish his lines. He finished all of his lines for the Lilac Wars though, and even the other day I was looking up to see how many lines he did. He did almost 200 lines for Bill. He did a lot of voice work for Bill for the Lilac Wars. So glad your fiance's. Yeah, she's better now. I don't think she'd mind if I say that. She fell down the stairs. Like, she fell down a flight of stairs, and we were worried that something terrible could have happened. So I rushed her to the ER, and thankfully it was just a sprained foot. So she was in one of those big hockey boot braces for about a week, and she's fine now. So thank God for that. It could have been so much worse. But I was sitting in the ER when I was finding out all of the details about Jock Blaney. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like it was not a good day. And then I ended up in the ER a week after that. Thankfully, I ended up being fine. There was so much crazy shit going on in April. I forgot half the stuff that happened. There was just so much stuff going on in April, like health related stuff, like medical issues, the medical issues with the cats. Thankfully, it's all fine. Like, man, April was just terrible this year. Anyway, I think I missed some of your guys' questions. Pure Insanity, any ideas of what you're gonna do about Wolf and Bill? I haven't put a ton of thought in it, but I do have several people. There's a few people that have reached out, that have attempted imitations of him. There's one voice actor that I was put into contact with in particular that does a pretty decent impression of his wolf. And there's another voice actor who's done a pretty decent imitation of his Bill, but I think it's still a little bit too soon, at least for me, so I haven't really put a bunch of effort into that yet. But obviously, I'm gonna have to find someone to finish Wolf and Bill's lines. I can't just leave the lines blank, and I'm not willing to use an AI to finish Jock Blaney's lines. One, I don't even have his permission to do that, so I'm not gonna do that. Well, whenever it comes time, I'll probably get another voice actor who does a very good imitation of his characters when that time comes. So, fiance, congrats. Yeah, we've been engaged for quite a while. We need to just finally get married. We've been engaged for too long. We really should get married. Let's see. How desperate for money will Fox and the team be compared to Movie Fox? During Soria, they'll be pretty desperate for money. After Soria, though, they kind of get back on their feet and they're not super desperate for money anymore. But like when Fox finds out all the stuff's going on Soria, and they're getting offered quite a bit of money, and obviously Fox also has a personal, again, kind of like with the Lilac Wars, he has a personal vendetta against Shears, so he probably would do it even if there wasn't money, money in it. But they're desperate for money right before Soria. In fact, that's one of the reasons Falco left the team in Event Horizon, is because they were blowing all of their money hunting down Shears. So yeah, they're desperate for money during that part of the game. Let's see what else you guys are asking. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry Estelle got distracted. I believe she's at her mother's house right now, and she's been taking care of her mother, so there's probably something going on with her mother right now. And it's also very late there, so I apologize. See Austin. Oh, hey Austin. I'm sorry I missed your live streams, but I have been catching up with them after you posted them on your channel, and that was awesome to see you defeat Dracor in Event Horizon. That was really cool. I've seen quite a few people, like there's been a lot of people live streaming Event Horizon lately, and it's been really awesome to see. And some of you guys, your streams have been syncing up too, so you guys are like doing the same levels in the same day. So like the day that you did the volcano Force Point Temple level, I think Toastamac also did it. So like the same day, I was watching multiple people do the volcano level. That was just kind of trippy. But yeah, he said it's definitely a super goofy. It definitely was super goofy for children, because that's how Illumination does stuff. Yeah, it was a comedy movie for kids. I understand that. Like I'm not like upset or like mad at the movie or anything. I've just lost interest in seeing future versions of that character is all. Like it doesn't appeal to me. Like I'm not a little 8-year-old kid. I have I've played all the Star Fox games except for Battle for Atlas. I've been working on a Star Fox game for over a decade, so like I have a very particular vision for how all of the characters are, and I accept that there's different versions of the characters, but I have a particular image in my head for how Fox McCloud is in the games and how he should be. So when I see something that deviates from that in very wild ways, it's just like I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in arrogant show off McCloud that's makes weird insults to Slippy and cries over crashing his ship. That just doesn't really interest me. Sorry, I don't know. Austin McCloud, I think you don't need an apology from me. I don't know what your opinion is, but I think you're fine if Austin McCloud has some hot takes on Star Fox Assault like I do. So I think if Austin McCloud disagrees with me, then he's fine. He doesn't need an apology from me. Also, I like Command, so who am I one to talk? I'm not one to talk. I don't have a huge problem with Star Fox Command, so I guess I'm not the best person to ask about what did you think about the movie, because I think Command is okay. See, someone saying, do you think Glenn Powell is secretly involved in future Star Fox? I have no idea. If we're talking about movie stuff, probably. If we're talking about games, I would doubt it, because the games are, I mean, I don't know, like anything's possible. I would say, yeah, he's probably involved in anything movie related, but I don't know if he'd be involved in any of the games. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe not. My gut feeling is, like I said, he's probably involved in movie stuff, but probably not the games. That's my gut feeling with the limited info I have. Let's see. Roger Cameron says, Command is just many what ifs. Yeah, that's a fair way to describe, or that's a generous way to describe Command. It's just a bunch of what if scenarios. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the gameplay of Command. Yeah, Command isn't. Command probably is the worst Star Fox game, but like I've said before, like I like Command. I like Zero, which isn't that great of a game. I like Zero. I'd probably like Battle of Atlas if I played it, and if Nintendo, like, if this new rumored Star Fox game that comes out is terrible, when I finally play it, I'll probably like it, even if it's terrible. Like, I have a very high threshold for bad Star Fox games, I guess. Like, I just like Star Fox that much. Which, it does make it, I am kind of surprised that I actually didn't like the Fox McCloud in the movie that much, because, yeah, I have such a high threshold for, like, lame Star Fox stuff that I'm kind of surprised I didn't really enjoy the movie Fox, but, so I guess, yeah, the only Star Fox game I wouldn't like is if Illumination Studio made a Star Fox game. I'd probably be like, I'm not interested. That's probably the only thing I would probably not like that much, but I like Star Fox so much that I like even the crap. Let's see, wasn't there a rumor that it was going to be a comedy? Well, now all the rumors, because the rumor was that it was going to be a blatantly, like, funny game, like a game that was very comedic, or like a comedy. But that rumor was also paired with it getting announced in April, and the guy who leaked those rumors was like, he was doubling down. He's like, it's getting announced in April. Like, he was doubling and tripling down, and then it didn't get announced. So now even the rumor that's a comedy is all up in the air. That might not be true now. Assuming a game even exists, I completely doubt every rumor now, even the rumor that it's a comedy. But yeah, that was the leak, that it's a comedy Star Fox game, which that hints that it might be based on the Illumination stuff, because the Mario movie's a comedy. So I don't know if that's true, and they release like an intentional comedy Star Fox game, that could go very badly. That's a hard thing to pull off. And Nintendo humor, generally, I generally don't like humor in Nintendo games. It's usually very, I think it's just because it's Japanese, and Japanese humor doesn't translate well into English, and vice versa. Although, allegedly, it's a European studio making the game. So, I don't know. Who knows? I would definitely not trust the leak that it's a comedy game, since the other things paired with that didn't come true. So, yeah, I never believed it. Yeah, the thing is, leaks can be true. The thing is, like, you just take it with a grain of salt. Like, this could be true and it could not be true. Like, unless you have behind the scenes information yourself, there's no way to prove it. So just, if someone leaks info, just be like, oh, that might happen or it might not. Like, just don't be like, oh, this leak is absolutely true, it's gonna happen. Just be like, oh, it might happen, it might not. And in this case, it didn't happen. They might announce it next week. They might announce it in June. I don't know. It might not exist at all. It could have been fabrication or a lie. We won't know until something gets announced or it doesn't. Or someone like leaks like footage or something. I don't know. I guess if like footage gets leaked, then it's a little easier to like trust in a leak or something. But now there's like AI footage that people can fake now. So I don't know. See, Battle for Atlas has interesting abilities for the Star Fox team. Safeguard for Peppy, which creates a hard light shield in front of Peppy's ship, and Slippy has the ability to hack it into any... Yeah, I've actually considered finding ways to kind of adapt those into Event Horizon, at least for like the multiplayer. I think that would be pretty cool. Like my idea for Krystelle, she telepathically causes her projectiles to kind of home in on enemies. Like when she fires the blasters on her R-Wing, they kind of slightly home in on the target. So I've thought of things like that, but I still haven't played Battle for Atlas, and the main reason is because when it came out, again, I wasn't interested in the whole toy thing, and the R-Wing toy thing was like really expensive at the time. You know, now I could probably get that for pennies. You know, I have a Wii U somewhere. I could probably get that for pennies. Or was it on the... I can't remember. Was it the Wii U or on the Switch? I don't remember. I think it was on the Wii U. But, maybe one day I'll play it. I just... It was the same thing with Zero. When Zero came out, I wasn't interested in it. I'm like, oh, it's just a reboot of 64, and people are saying the control scheme is terrible, and I wasn't interested in it. And then years later, you know, after all of the cultural milieu around it was gone, I played it. I'm like, I kind of like this. It's not great, but it's fine. The controls suck, but it's fine. So I'd probably like Battle for Atlas if I ever played it, despite the fact that I had no interest in it. Yeah, guys, I don't know when Estelle's gonna come back. So if you have questions for her, just hold on to them until she comes back. I'm sorry, everyone. See, I know Zero's on the Wii U. I was talking about Atlas. I can't remember if Atlas was on the Switch or the Wii U. See, Star Fox IP loses its... Yeah, Star Fox is well beyond its peak. Star Fox is in a very weird position right now in terms of, like, its cultural perception. So I'm interested in remastering Star Fox Adventures and Assault. Would you agree? I would definitely say like Assault in particular really could use a remaster. In my humble opinion, Assault is actually an incomplete game that was kind of rushed and released incomplete, and it needed a lot of polish. A remaster of Assault that like polishes that game up would be really awesome. That'd be great. If they remastered that game and they fixed up like the controls and stuff, you know, fixed up the visuals, that'd be awesome. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen though. In Adventures, I'd be happy with an Adventures remaster too, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I actually do have some behind the scenes, you know, and Estelle can even confirm it, but I have some behind the scenes information about Nintendo and Rare, and I don't think an Adventures remake is likely to happen. If it did, I'd be interested in it. But I think Assault Adventures was decent enough as it was. Assault, I feel like, has enough jank in it that a remaster would actually really help it, and I would definitely like a remaster of Assault. I'd be all for that for sure. I don't know if he's still in the audience, but Austin McLeod actually made a video on Assault a few days ago. That guy I kind of agree with in some ways. Assault is an incomplete game. See, to Ice Cream Man, I remember you talked to Matthew, who does a Fox in Space, who voices Wolf in it. Do you think he could take the role of Wolf again? On that note, he actually, Matthew Gafford voices Andros in Event Horizon, so he's already done He's already done a voiceover in Event Horizon. As far as him voicing Wolf, his voice of Wolf is very different from Jock Blaney's though. So it would depend on if he could sound, if he could match all of Jock Blaney's mannerisms and stuff, because Jock Blaney has some very particular mannerisms, especially with Wolf. Like when something in particular, like when whenever he would say something with like a long E sound, like cheap, for example, his long E sound is very, very particular, and I can instantly tell if someone doesn't replicate that. I'm like, you don't got it. You don't sound like Jock Blaney. He has very, very particular mannerisms. So if Matthew Gafford is interested, and he could pull off like Jock Blaney's mannerisms, I'd be more than happy to. But we'll see. One thing I always wanted is here's another hot take. All due respect to the voice actor who voiced Wolf in Assault, but I never liked the change in Wolf's personality and his voice between 64 and Assault. Ironically, kind of like the movie Fox, like Wolf in Assault is nothing like Wolf is in 64. They're basically completely different characters, and that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, Wolf in 64 is this really snarmy, like, show-off, like, arrogant, like, guy that's full of himself. Whereas in Assault, Wolf is, like, is actually really stoic. He's, like, very reserved. He's very stoic. He actually seems to have, like, some kind of wisdom, too, which is very, he's a very different character in Assault than he is in 64. That always kind of bothered me, and one thing I always wanted that, can't happen now, is I always wanted to hear Wolf from Assault with the personality and the voice of Jock Blaney from 64. That was, like, the thing I was really looking forward to, and unfortunately he passed away before we had that opportunity, so that's something I'm gonna be sad about for the rest of my life. But, so yeah, that is kind of interesting, though, that there's almost like a mirror thing going on between Wolf in 64 and Assault, and then Fox from the games and the Mario movie. Like, they actually, like, do the kind of the opposite, where in 64 Wolf is all, like, arrogant and like haughty and prideful and stuff, whereas in the games Fox isn't. And then in the movie and in Assault, like, Wolf is now, like, all stoic and kind of reserved, and then Fox is all, like, haughty and prideful and, like, that's kind of a weird mirror, like, going on there. That's kind of funny. So hey there, Ice Cream Man. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling actually pretty good today. Like I said earlier in the stream, April was just a fucking terrible month, but the last few days have been pretty decent for me. Since May started, like, I haven't had any health issues. I won't go into details, but all throughout April, I was in quite a lot of physical pain. I won't go into specifics, but I was having physical pain to the point where it was distracting, and it was hard to focus on, just living and doing my work and stuff. And then several points throughout the month, the pain got so bad. The last time the pain got really bad, I went to the ER because the pain was it was getting really bad. And I'm like, something's got to be seriously wrong. And there was all sorts of weird things going on with my medical insurance. I was having trouble setting up an appointment with, like, my actual primary care doctor. So yeah, the pain was, I'm like, I can't wait until my medical insurance stuff gets resolved. I'm just going to the ER. I went to the ER. They took samples of my blood. They did x-rays. And thankfully, it seems like there was nothing horribly wrong with me. So, again, I don't want to go into details, but I went to the ER. There was nothing, like, life-threatening, and it was just something I had to deal with until it went away on its own. And thankfully, I think it was literally the last day of April, I woke up with no pain. And that last day of April, the pain kind of came back a bit, and now I think we're the 3rd or 4th into March, and I haven't had any pain since then, so it seems like it's finally resolved itself. But so, yeah, while all these crazy things were going on in April, I was in almost constant physical pain throughout most of April. It really sucked. But today I'm feeling pretty good. But But I have a feeling we might have lost Estelle for the rest of the stream. I think she's dealing with something in her personal life right now. So I don't know if she's gonna come back. I'll wait around for her. She hasn't messaged me, so she's definitely really distracted. So I'm sorry, guys. I guess we might have to redo the lucky number 7 stream. I guess this will just be a Q&A for me then. Let's see. I imagine if a movie where Fox returns to the Lilat system, he'll find out Wolf is the new Marshal of Corneria. It's interesting that you have that idea, considering some of the stuff going on in Event Horizon right now. Let's see. Brain was just being stupid. I'm not sure what was my brain being stupid. I'm not sure what that's referencing. Whose brain was being stupid? Let's see. I played a lot of the Star Fox games in high school, but now that I'm older, I see them more nuanced and have a different appreciation for them. Yeah, I would definitely say the same thing. Like I've said this before in a live stream. When Assault first came out, I actually didn't like that game at all. I was so disappointed with Assault that I returned it to the next day and exchanged it for Lego Star Wars. But as I've gotten older, I actually like Assault a lot more than I used to. Despite like I still think Assault isn't in. I think it's because, like, as I got older and I started making games myself and I started finding out things about Assault, I'm like, this is an incomplete game that was unpolished. So it's kind of... I don't want to say it's unfair of me to have disliked it when it came out, because that is kind of a shitty thing to do, to release an unpolished, incomplete game. Now that's just normal. Like, even Event Horizon is an unpolished, incomplete game. That's normal now. But back in the early 2000s, like... if you released an unpolished, incomplete game, it was fair to tear the game apart. Like, especially if you were paying like $50. I think when Assault first came out, I think it was $50. So I paid $50 for it. So yeah, for paying that much to get kind of like a very short game that was kind of unpolished and janky, I think it was fair for little old teenager me to be disappointed in that game. But as I got older, I actually think I like Assault more than Adventures. At least what Assault is trying to be, I like more than Adventures. That's why I was saying earlier, I think a remake or remaster of Assault is actually a pretty good idea. Like, something to actually polish the game up. I don't know if they'd go as far as to add in more levels, to add in, like, branching paths and stuff, but that would be really cool. But even if it was just the levels from the original game, and they, like... ups the fidelity of the graphics, and they I don't know if they still have the uncompressed lines, if they like because that's another weird thing about Assault that bothers me, is there's like that tinny metal filter on everyone's voice. So I don't know if they have if Namco has the uncompressed lines that they could use in remaster, or they could just get all the voice actors back to redo their lines. I don't know, like they did with Zero, where they redid all the lines. But I don't know, we'll see. I what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Now my brain was being stupid. Let's see. The storytelling of Season 1 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman the Animated Series is far superior to what Illumination marred. I definitely agree with the Batman Animated Series is way better than anything the Batman Animated Series is just better than a lot of movies in general now. I'm not really familiar with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I can't really say with that. But definitely with the Batman animated, like the animated Batman cartoon is great. The mask of it's the Phantasm. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. But I remember that movie's great. Like, yeah, that cartoon's way better than even just most modern movies. Not even just Illumination Studios, like just modern movies. I don't know what happened. Like, it's in the last 10 to 15 years, like, everyone making movies just like sucks at their job now. I mean, I have a theory as to why. I don't know if I've said this theory publicly, but I think it's just because and I'm not excluding myself from this. Like, I feel like I'm in the category I'm about to set up. I feel like a lot of people who are writing things now and making games and doing stuff now, I feel like they just don't have the life experience that prior generations had. Like, you know, a great example is like J.R.R. Tolkien. Like, he was in World War One. He was at the Battle of the Somme. He was shot at. He shot at people. People he knew got shot at and died. He has a very, very first-hand experience of war. Most modern people don't. Most modern people who are writing about war have never actually been in a war. They don't know. They really don't know what it's like. Their only experience of war is through movies and other people. Um, but like a lot of authors, especially from like the first half of the 1900s, like, you know, they lived through the Great Depression. Like, a lot of them lived through horrific poverty. You know, the guy who created Star Trek, he was in World War II. He was in World War II. Not only was he in World War II, he was in 3 plane crashes. He was a cop in Los Angeles. He like the guy who created Star Trek had seen he'd probably seen so much of the ugliness of humanity, and he'd been through so much. Like, but like modern authors like have probably not been through anything remotely like that. I mean, there's some modern authors, you know, who've been through a war or whatever, but and you know, I'm not saying modern authors need to go, you know, fight in a war, but if you're going to write about war, you probably should have some experience with it, maybe. I say this as someone who writes a lot about war and who's never actually been in a war zone. So, like I said before I started this, I'm not excluding myself from this category. I'm very much in this category, and on some level, it's not even necessarily the fault of the modern generation. Like, the world we grew up in was very safe, relatively speaking. If you were born in the 70s and you grew up in like the 80s and 90s, you grew up in probably, at least in America and probably most of Europe. Obviously, there's places in the world that weren't like this, but like if you grew up in the 90s, you grew up in probably the closest thing, the closest that the world has been to a material utopia in terms of like safety and material wealth. So like of course people from that time didn't have, you know, the hardship that creates interesting stories and stuff, like, of course. um but anyway, that's my theory as to why a lot of modern stuff just sucks now, is because a lot of the people making it, myself included, just haven't had we haven't had like that life experience necessary to actually make interesting stories. All of our experience is through the media of past generations, really. Um, so that's my theory. Let's say, I hope Estelle is doing fine. If she needs to log out, she should. I think she does need to, but I think she's so distracted she hasn't been able to tell me she needs to go. But I think that's yeah. I think she needed to head out. But if she's up to it, we'll redo this stream where she's not so distracted. I'm sorry, guys. She's going through a lot right now. That's all I can say. You know, without her, like, I don't know if she wants to. I don't know if she wants any details to come out to the public, so I won't say anything. But she's going through a lot right now. So I kind of like the metal filter in Assault. I mean, now that the game is like 20 years old, I guess it has its charm for me too. I'm so used to it that, yeah, if they got rid of that filter, I'd probably be like, where's the metal filter? It's weird now. The uncompressed lines are really, there's the uncompressed lines for Assault. I know the uncompressed lines for 64 are on YouTube, but I didn't know that the Assault ones are up. I haven't heard them if they are. Let's see. Let me scroll back up because I think the chat jumped down again. Reasonable trade. Lego Star Wars is the... Yeah, I at the time, I was like this... Because I was really happy when I got the first Lego Star Wars. I loved that game when I first played it. It was so funny. So So yeah, I think that ended up being a good trade. Although again, in retrospect, now that 20 years have gone by, I do think I like Star Fox Assault more than Lego Star Wars. I think I'd rather play Star Fox Assault than the first Lego Star Wars game. Let's see. Spectre says, I feel like the plot of the Star Fox film is now that Fox went missing, Andros was able to steamroll Corneria. And the film is about Fox gathering allies to liberate the Lilat system. I mean, that'd be a fair direction to go in based on the Mario movie. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that. That's if I was handed that, like if the Mario movie happened and suddenly like, oh, you got to make a Star Fox movie, but it has to tie to the Mario movie. That's probably like the basic outline of what I would do. I mean, I don't think I could do that though. Like I don't think I think I'd just be like, can I just work on Event Horizon instead of a Star Fox movie if I was put in that position? Let's see. Movie Fox was a lot like his Adventures self. I would say Fox in Adventures is definitely the closest to it, but even in Adventures, Fox would like mask his emotions and stuff. I would still say that I'd still say it's still not quite perfectly comparable to Adventures. Adventures, he makes a few snide remarks, but in Adventures, he tries to hide his emotions. There's a few moments in Adventures, again, where it seems like he might get sad or whatever, like when him and Tricky are about to separate and he makes Tricky a member of the Star Fox team. It actually does look like he might be getting a little bit sad there, but he stops himself. I think the only time he really, like, in Adventures where he really like lets, like, he doesn't try to really mask his emotions is when he thinks Krystle's about to die. Again, when people are about to die, you know, when you would get emotional, like, he's like, oh, I thought you said this was gonna save her, and he's starting to like panic and like get mad and upset because he thinks Krystle's about to die. And again, that's a good reason to get upset. It's the same thing in Assault. Peppy is just like, you know, he crashes the Great Fox and it looks like Peppy's about to die, and there's that moment where Fox is just about to cry, and then he stops himself. Say about like even in Adventures, like he's not super emotional. He doesn't get super upset when like something goes wrong, except, you know, when Krystle's about to die. But I would argue that's a good reason to get upset if Krystle's just about to die. Yeah. Let's see what else you guys are asking. Oh, I think I hear Estelle. Is she coming back? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she actually forgot. Like, if she got so distracted she forgot she was doing a live stream. Her and I both have really bad short-term memory. So it's entirely possible she forgot and she doesn't realize the stream is still going. I guess I'll find out sooner or later. Let's see. Oh, I see the Batman animated comment, so I think I'm caught up. Let me go down to the bottom. Oh, I saw a Star Trek thing, and then it jumped. Where is that Star Trek I saw... Oh, here we go. Let's see. This is from Roger Cameron. Star Fox can do what Assault was doing, but you still have to lean into the campy awesomeness that makes Star Fox what it is. More like Firefly than Star Fox DS9. I agree completely. I think, yeah, Firefly is pretty close to Star Fox, I would say. Like there's quite a few similarities between, and Firefly is really fresh in my mind. I just watched it like several months ago. I watched the whole. I mean, there's only one season. I wasn't able to watch the movie though because it's not streaming anywhere, and I have the movie somewhere, but I couldn't find it, so I wasn't able to watch Serenity. But yeah, Firefly has a lot of similarities to Star Fox. It's hard for me to really describe the tone of Star Fox. It's very strange because it's like in universe everyone's kind of taking everything seriously, but this isn't probably a perfect comparison, but in some ways it's almost like Warhammer, if that makes any sense at all. Like in the Warhammer universe, everyone's kind of taking everything seriously, but like to the audience, it's like really over the top and funny, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like it's a very British thing, actually. Like, Judge Dredd is like that, too. Like, in Judge Dredd, like, in universe, like, everyone's taking everything going on kind of at face value or seriously, but to the audience, everything going on is kind of ridiculous. Same thing in Monty Python. Like, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, like, all the characters in that movie are taking it all very seriously. But to the audience, everything going on in Monty Python and the Holy Grail is completely absurd. I feel like Star Fox is kind of like that, where like it's like there's almost like two layers of perception going on. There's the audience perception and then the in-universe perception, and there's like a disconnect between them, and that disconnect is what makes it funny. Anyway, let's see. So I guess that wasn't entirely a Star Trek comment. I'm probably falling behind the chat. Let's see. Apathy Man the Mundane. That's quite a mouthful of a name. I like it. To Ice Cream Man, am I right to speculate how the Talon incident storyline moves into the Aperoid? If you mean that chronologically, it's right before the Aperoid stuff, you're right. I'm not sure if you mean like the actual events in that like lead into or like the Aperoids are behind it. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but chronologically the Aperoid stuff is right after the Talon incident. Yeah, it goes Star Fox 2 and then Star Fox Assault. Let's see. Just enjoying to even talk about Star Fox these days. Yeah, I love talking about Star Fox. I like as long as you guys. Wow, we have a ton of people. Speaking of we have a huge audience, and oh, too bad Estelle's not here right now. Man, yeah, if you guys enjoy this, I can try and just do like random Q&A streams every now and again. And of course, as soon as I said we have a large audience, like 10 people left. Let's see, Dr. E Magic says, I haven't seen Estelle for a while since I deleted my Twitter profile many years ago. I mean, Twitter's kind of a mess. It's probably a good thing to not be on Twitter. But I don't know if she still uses Blue Sky, though. I guess if she comes back, I'll ask if she still uses Blue Sky. She might still use Blue Sky if... Oh, here she is.
Hey.
Hey, Estelle's back. I jokingly said that because you and I both have short-term memory, you might have just forgot that there was even a stream.
No, trust me, I did not forget. Bit of an emergency with my mum.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to share that or not, but I had a feeling.
Yeah.
But you're back. I know it's super late there. Do you want to go? Do you want to keep going, or do you need to?
No, that's fine. I've missed. Right, I've missed a fair bit.
You want to maybe go for a half hour then? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go for a half hour. Yeah, there was a few questions. One of the questions was actually, do you still use Blue Sky?
I do.
Okay. Hang
on 2 seconds.
That was Dr. E Magic. If you're on Blue Sky, she still uses Blue Sky. I think we lost her again. We lose Estelle again. Like, oh, she's back. Oh, no, she's gone. Yeah, she still uses Blue Sky if you want to keep track of her that way. I stopped using Blue Sky, though. I should probably go back and use Blue Sky again.
I don't have many followers on there, but I do use it.
Yeah, I don't either. I think Blue Sky just has a smaller amount of people on it in general, because Twitter is just so monolithic right now. But anyway, let's see. Let's see if... Oh, yeah, now I see people are like, oh, she's back. Yeah, if you guys have questions for Estelle, she's back now.
I'm back.
There was definitely a few questions when you left, and then they started to ask just questions to me while you were gone. But I know there's people that had questions, but now that you're back, we'll just wait for the questions to show up. Oh, man. I told them about some of the stuff that happened to me in April, though. I know you wanted to keep the stream positive. I told them about... I didn't go into details, but I told them that I was in quite a bit of physical pain for most of April.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And finally, I've had, I think, 3 or 4 days now with no pain. I think it's finally gone. Thank God.
Good.
That was terrible. Like, it got so bad. but did I thank you? Because you helped me in the middle of April with that. Did I thank you for that?
I think, what, me? Yes. Mm.
Yeah, we did a
Yeah,
little
you did
session. I
good.
think that helped quite a bit. At least that helped for several weeks
Things
until it started to come
moving.
back.
Beth. Oh,
But
yeah, I'm
okay,
glad you feel
I
better.
see questions coming in now.
Okay.
Oh wait, that it's a question for me, and I already answered that question. Yes, I'm adding Star Fox Command stuff. I'm also prepared to remove it and redo it if people don't like it. So there, I answered that question.
Oh, what else have we got?
I see people asking, what would we think if Krystelle showed up in a Star Fox movie?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on whether they do her justice or not, I think. You know.
My exact opinion. It depends. Like if she's done well, then that'd be awesome, and if she isn't, then I'd probably be a bit heartbroken, honestly.
Mm.
um, I guess the key is to just not have any expectations.
Yes,
Then you
agreed.
can't be disappointed. Obviously, if Estelle didn't voice her, it's like automatically not perfect. But I have Estelle voicing her in Event Horizon. That's all I need.
That's all we need. Isn't it, guys? That's all we need.
That's all I need, and we're gonna get you recognized as more characters in Krystelle eventually.
Manifest it.
Yeah, I'm gonna browse Casting Call Club next week. I see a
Yeah.
question for you.
Okay.
So Estelle, what's your opinion on seeing Star Fox Adventures and Assault remastered? I heard Ice Cream Man's opinion on it. Yeah, I already answered my opinion on that. What's your opinion? If they like updated the graphics and like fixed some of the bugs and like re-released Adventures and Assault like with modern stuff in it. I assume they
I
also
don't
mean
really
they'll
know a
keep
lot
the
about
voiceovers
Assault.
though. Huh?
Well, I don't really know much about Assault, but to be honest, the Star Fox Adventures, I think, was quite pioneering in its day. So I can only imagine that it would look just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
And obviously getting rid of the bugs. I don't know. I think it'd be quite exciting. It can only look better, right?
That's pretty much my exact opinion. My opinion was Estelle. Estelle was my opinion was Adventures was already pretty good on release, and I feel like
Mm,
Assault probably needs a remaster more because Assault wasn't quite as,
yes.
especially we're talking about visually. Adventures visually was way more impressive than Assault. So I think Assault getting a modern like update like an HD version with updated graphics and stuff would probably help it more. But I also said, but if they did it for Adventures, I'd probably get that. I'd be interested in playing that. For me, I think I said this in another stream. The thing I'm actually most interested in is if they remade the very first, like the Super Nintendo Star Fox game, the really old one. If they
Right.
updated that with
Yeah.
like more modern
That would be
graphics.
quite cool.
And they added voiceovers to that because that game doesn't have voice actors; it just has them all babbling like blah 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 blah, blah when they talk. I think if they like just did a 1-to-1 remake of that and they upped the frame rate so it didn't have like 12 frames per second and they updated the graphics, that would be really cool. That would be something I'd be interested in. And especially if they release it for like $10, like where it wasn't super expensive.
Yes. Well,
They'd probably charge like 90 fucking dollars for it, but if it
probably.
was
You never know.
if they did that, that's the thing I'd be most interested in because that game hasn't been touched in what 30 years now.
Well, it's been something like that, hasn't it? When was it?
Yeah,
96, was
I
it?
think it was
Yeah.
93.
All right.
So
Okay.
I think it's been over 30 years now. I think it's been what 33.
Yes.
My goodness, man. Yeah, we're
Mm,
almost freaking. I think 64 is gonna be Star Fox 64 is gonna be 30 years next year. On the note of anniversaries, just in I think like a week or two, I'll have known you for 4 years.
wow.
Isn't that
God, that's flown
crazy?
by.
I think I said
Mm.
that last year when we did a stream in
Is it
May.
4 years? Is it
Yep,
though? I thought
almost
it was
four
more
years.
than that.
2022 is when I met you.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
it was at
I've been living at the
it was in
cottage.
May of 2022.
So when did I move into the cottage? How long have I been at the cottage then? Not very long.
I think 2 years. I think you moved in there in 2023, if I'm right, like towards the end of 2023,
Yeah.
and you were
So did
there. I think you were there for about
surely I knew
two,
you
little bit
longer than
over
that.
2 years.
Yeah, but surely I've known you more than that though.
Well, it's almost been 4 years
Mm.
since I met you. To me, it
Wow.
doesn't see. To me, I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like I haven't known you 4 years. I feel like I've only known you like 2 years. But
Oh, really? Oh, it feels like I've known you longer.
I mean, you
Weird.
you might have if we're talking about all the freaking past lives and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, and that answers a question that someone asked about, did I believe in reincarnation? Yes, I do. And at the moment, I honestly think that I did something horrific in a past
Oh.
life. I'm going to be honest. I genuinely think I'm
Well, if that's true,
this.
then I did also because I also had a shitty April. Like,
Oh, but mine's carrying on. Like, literally, I'm exhausted.
you need to take a break, seriously. Like, I think
Yeah,
the other day I told you like you have some time. You should just like rest for a few days, and you're just like, no.
well, unfortunately, I mean, I think most of everybody knows my mum's not very well at all, and I'm supposed to be going to Ibiza for 4 days next week, which I really, really need and could do
A
with
lot
just the
there.
rest.
You go. There's a vacation. I
But
actually
I
just
just
found out.
don't know.
Sorry,
I don't know
I'll
whether
let
I
you
can.
finish. There's a weird tangent I'm going to go on from Ibiza, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't think I can leave my mum on her own. Basically, is the answer to that.
Yeah. Um,
So,
but on the just a completely random tangent, Ibiza. I just found out there's this. I don't know if you're aware. There was like this French musician in the '90s who like did this weird music. I think his band was called Enigma or something. I just found out he lives in Ibiza and like
all right,
he lives in like this private secluded mansion there or something. I found this
nice.
out the other day. I'm like, oh, Estelle was going there this year. I think.
I am. I like to go quite often. It's a beautiful place.
I've heard it's
I
really.
do
Oh, I heard
remember
Vienna's really
Enigma.
nice too.
Mm, it's really nice. It's yeah, one of the most beautiful for me at Spanish Island, I think. It's
If
very
I can ever
magical.
afford it, maybe I'll go there one day. I'm just happy to go to Arizona
Yeah.
on vacation. I might later in the year I might actually finally be going to a little vacation in Vegas finally.
Nice.
One of my best friends is there. I messaged him the other day. I haven't talked to him in like 2 years, and he was so happy I messaged him, and we're working out like a little vacation after the summer heat dies down. So I might go to Vegas for a few days just for a little vacation.
Good. That sounds exciting. That sounds nice.
Yeah, I used to. I don't know why. As a kid, I loved Vegas, even though I couldn't gamble as a kid. I loved Vegas. In fact, in Norin's game, the main place that it's set in is all based on Las Vegas.
Oh wow.
It's unsubtly called Vagor City. But when the cowboy finds her and he brings her to like civilization, and he takes her to like this giant like Las Vegas where there's all the lights and stuff everywhere, and Norin's just like, whoa, like her brain's all like, I haven't seen anything like this before.
Nice. Oh, I love it.
I really need to do some animations for that. It's just but we've been on such a roll with the Star Fox game with Event Horizon, like
I
ever
think so, yeah. Because
ever
of the Mario game, we've had some visibility, haven't
Well,
we?
well, that too, but I really think it's when I posted the whole animation with
Mm.
Krystelle and Miu and Faye. I
That was
posted
so
that.
good.
Was it in February? I think it was towards the end of
I don't
February I
know,
posted
but
that.
yeah, it got such good feedback.
Like it got I got so many followers. I'm not going to go into details, but let's just say the Patreon has been on a nonstop increase. I mean, there's been a few little dips, but like it's been going up ever since I posted that. So
Nice. Yeah.
I really think that video and the promise that that video makes of more stuff with those characters, I think that's been bringing more and more people in. Um, so yeah, we got to do more of that stuff.
Well, you do. I just need to voice. That's it.
Once you get your recording stuff set up, we're gonna do the Queen Earthwalker.
I love it. Yeah, no, I need to do that. I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to find my feet again. Now I'm a bit more settled. So
Well, now
I
now
didn't
that
realize how late it was. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to go soon. I literally didn't realize.
That's okay. If you want, we can try and we can redo this another day. I was shocked when you said you wanted to do this tomorrow because I was messaging yesterday. I'm like, but it's been a long time since we've done a stream. Maybe we could do one in the next 2 weeks. And you're like, let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this
Well,
was
it's
kind
like
of very
holiday,
last minute,
so I
actually.
can do it, and I need to be active. I need to do it. I need to do stuff for the patrons as well. So um, yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway.
so we can just redo this like in the next week or two or whenever. And now that it seems like things have finally calmed down at my end, I can actually help you because I was not in a
Bless
good
you.
place for a bit there as well for different reasons than you, but there was shit going on here. I told this to the audience already, but Lizzie was like in a cast for like a week. I had to basically.
Yeah, you said.
I always joke that I'm her chauffeur. I was literally like having to walk her around
Yeah.
everywhere for like a week there.
Oh, bless.
So like April was very very busy and hectic for me.
Yeah.
So
Bless you.
did you say you wanted to go now, or did you want to try and answer any more
Yeah, no,
questions?
let's have a look. Are there any other questions? Let me just have a look, and then I will dash because I didn't realize how late it was in terms
I'm
of what have we got. I
certain
live in
there's.
England. Yes, I do. April was emotional, very much, But I wonder what was Krystle's home on Soraya. Would it be a hut or a cave? Or I think it'd be a cave. I think. How about you do a Q&A with Estelle and the other voice actors of Starbucks? Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you did
did
mention
that.
that. We
We
did
did
do
do
that, didn't
that. Like
we?
I think it might have been over a year ago now. We did do that. It's really hard getting all of them in the same because everyone's spread all over the world. That stream was
Mm.
really hard to set up, but the thing that ended up making it happen is when I just said we're just doing it this day. If you show up, you show up. If you don't, you don't. And then almost all of them showed up. So I might just have to do that. Just be like, hey, voice actors, we're gonna do a stream on this day. Show up or don't. Because everyone's in
Yeah,
such
yeah, yeah.
different time zones, it's really hard to organize a day. Um, at least with every voice actor. If it's 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 there, it's easier to do. But yeah, we could
Okay.
definitely try and do another stream with other voice actors, if that's what the audience wants. I know some. I don't know if she'll do a live stream, but I know that a lot of people really liked. They thought they really liked the voice actress that plays Faye. I think if I could make.
Mm.
I don't think
She
she
was
does.
very
I
good.
don't think she'll do live streams. If I can get her on a live stream, then the audience might like that.
Okay. Maybe ask her.
Yeah. She's in Japan, so her time zone is completely opposite of
Oh,
even both
wow.
you and me.
That's so cool.
Like I think it's
Hmm.
like 6 in the morning right now in Japan, or 7 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bless.
So like
Right,
if
guys.
yeah,
I'm going to have to go. I'm so sorry. I literally dashed in, something happened, and I've had to be waylaid. Anyway,
I think they're still happy
I
they got to. I mean, I think you were around for like a half hour, 45 minutes before
half
you had
an
to go.
hour, yeah, and then all hell broke loose. But anyway, we're good. Right, sending you all lots of love, and we'll do this soon again. All right.
Yeah, we'll make up for the lost half hour.
I promise.
See you,
Take
Estelle.
care. Bye.
Thank you as always. Oh, she's gone. Anyway, I'll stay for about 15 minutes and then I'm gonna head out because I got a few errands to run. But yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I guess now that Estelle's gone, let me change this from an Estelle stream to just a Q&A stream. I guess if you guys want, I could show you what I've been working on before I head out. Let me fire Gnosis up. And then I guess if you guys have questions, I'll answer a few. But I'll show you the level I've been working on. I think it's turning out really, really cool. Gnosis is being a bit slow. So while that is loading, I'll see if there's any questions. All right. Oh, yes. Launch the editor. Anyway. Oh, wait, is Faye's voice actress in the chat? Really? Where? Aaron, are you in the chat? Oh, or do you? Oh, I think you guys mean the background. I'm like, there's no way she's in the chat. It's like 6 in the morning in Japan. She's probably like getting ready to go teach. Okay, no, you meant the Faye in the back. I thought you guys were saying her voice actress was in the chat. I'm like, really? Like what? I'm like, yeah, I'll get her on. We'll turn this into a Faye stream. I'm like, no, I would be shocked if she was in the chat right now because of her time zone. Now, Faye's voice actress, Miss Harada, she lives in Japan, so her time zone is basically opposite of most of the rest of the world. So like if I did a live stream with her, it'd probably be like a really, like if you're in America, it would probably be like really late at like 8 or 9 o'clock, or it'd be super early in the morning. Usually when I talk with her, it's around like 9 to 10 o'clock at night in my time zone, in the Pacific time zone. So if I ever did a stream with her and she wasn't able to get up at like 3 in the morning, it would be a really late at night stream, and everyone in Europe would be asleep basically. It'd be like 4 in the morning in European time zones. See, the mech preview mission was awesome. Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to open right now to show you guys. So let me get OBS to pick that up. Let's see. Let's go to. How do I add that? Add new. Where's window capture? Window capture. And let's set that to the editor. All right, is that showing up? Let me know if that's showing up. Okay, yeah, it's definitely showing up. I see it on my screen. So let me open up the level I've been working on, which I think is going to be the best level in the whole game. And Estelle forgot to actually leave the call, so Discord just let me know that it automatically kicked her from the call because she forgot to hit the red button to leave the call. She just closed her webcam, but she didn't actually leave the call. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's still okay. I think the level's done opening. It took a while to open up the level because it's kind of a bigger level, but all right, I'll wait to see if that shows up. Just because yeah, it's showing up. All right. Actually, I think you guys are only about 10 seconds. I think this is the closest you guys have been to when I'm actually saying and doing stuff. I think it wasn't even 10 seconds before the actual level popped up. So, see someone in the audience saying Adventures had the best R-Wing design. I think I agree with you. I think the Adventure, in a vacuum, I think the Adventures R-Wing is my favorite. I like the Assault R-Wing a lot, but the reason I like it is in relation to the other R-Wings, because the Assault R-Wing feels like, it feels like an actual technological, like, it feels like what an R-Wing would look like if the technology had advanced past Adventures in 64. But I think if we're looking at all of the R-Wings in a vacuum, I really like the Adventures R-Wing the best. Oktoberfest. Yes, the Central Street is based on Oktoberfest. I haven't decided what the parody name will be, like, I don't know, like Food Fest or whatever, but this just for the record, this level is super duper incomplete right now. There's lots of like empty spaces, and like over here you can tell it's like completely empty. This level is very very incomplete. And it's probably going to take me a while to finish it because there's going to be tons of detail in this level. But if, for those who are not familiar, in the original Star Fox game and in Star Fox 2, there was a level called Battle Base Meteor. And if you're familiar with the background of that level, it was supposed to be an amusement park that Andros like kind of built like he took over this amusement park and he like built like a weapons storage facility under it or something. So it's this giant artificial asteroid with an amusement park on it, and in the asteroid is a giant like weapons storage facility with like a bunch of Venom's weapons. So I'm like, that's such a cool idea for a level. I'm gonna totally make that when I get to Star Fox 2. So yes, there's Roller Coaster Tycoon references in this. So I've been wanting to do this level for years, and now I'm finally here, and I feel like this is definitely going to be the best level in the game. But it's a giant theme park, and it's got like, you know, the entrance here. There's the walkers. Then you go down this main street, which, yes, is inspired by Oktoberfest. It's going to be, like, food-themed. I'm going to have, like, different food things, like, hanging up here or whatever. I haven't really decided yet, but it's inspired by Oktoberfest. Same thing with this area here. And then this area right here is going to just be kind of like a generic carnival area. Or it's kind of like just the generic rides you find at carnivals. You know, I've got like the food stalls and stuff. Again, it's very, very incomplete. I haven't put any of the benches or anything here. I did start to add like all the benches and stuff here though. Like you can see the little tables and the benches and whatnot. I'm thinking of making these little tables. At the moment, they're not destructible, but I've been thinking of making these tables destructible. Like if you step on them, they explode. It's just at the moment in the engine, there's limited slots for that kind of thing. And I don't know when they're going to update the engine to increase that limit. So I'm kind of being really conservative with how many like destructible props and stuff I add into the game. But I think I need to make these tables destructible so that when you walk onto them with the mech, they get exploded. Oh, I see Jeremy mentioning in the... Jeremy, I want everything to be destructible, but I don't think every single thing is going to be destructible. I think only certain things are going to be destructible, like these tables. I might make like these... the food booths here, I might make them destructible. I might make some of the rides destructible, like the rotating swing. I might make like this specific thing destructible. But it's just, the engine is really, really struggling right now. Like, I really do think I'm getting to a point where this engine is really starting to crumble under its own weight. But anything's possible because it's an open source engine. I'm basically constantly bothering the people who maintain this engine to like, you got to up the limit so I can have more destructible things. Like, so we'll see. Who's Jeremy? He's Jeremy Gaming 2287. He's in the audience there. I think he's one of the high tier patrons too. So he's been around for a while, but he's in the audience. He's saying, please tell me this is all destructible. Let's see, Stormcrow says, hello, sir. I have to say, finding this whole project has been a highlight for me this year. You got professional voice actors for this, damn it. But I dread Nintendo finding it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. The voice actors really are what brings this whole thing to life. I've always said, like, once I finally started adding the voice acting into the game, and then I'd go to a level that didn't have any of the voice acting in it, it's like, it's night and day. Like, the levels without the voice actors just feel so dead. They bring so much life to it. So yeah, they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting, for sure. They deserve so much credit. Rodolfo says, then you go crazy into the food details. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of details in this level the player probably won't even notice. I want it to feel like an actual theme park. This, you know what? Yeah, this park map from Information Kiosk. I have to have the Roller Coaster Tycoon, or like a parody of the info kiosk from Roller Coaster Tycoon. Maybe I'll have it like right at the entrance here, like that little round building with the giant eye above it. I'll probably change the color, you know, just so I don't get sued. But yeah, I've got to do that. I've got to have the info kiosk from Roller Coaster Tycoon. See, former Venomian leader leaves toys lying around. It only makes sense to secure the leftovers. Well, in the description of this level in Star Fox 1 and 2, there's a giant weapons cache under the theme park. So that's what's going on here. Someone built a giant theme park, and then Andros decided, hey, I'm going to hide a bunch of weapons under it. So that's what's going on here. Let's see. Theme park almost feels like it'd be more interesting for Assault. Imagine an Aperoid-controlled roller. Yeah, I partially agree with you. That would be pretty insane. But the reason it's here is because the level was in Star Fox 2, and I feel like it should be in Star Fox 2 because that's where it was from. But I mean, there's the possibility of revisiting this level, like taken over by the Aperoids. That might be interesting. There's nothing saying I can't have the same level twice, but with a few differences. It would save me a lot of work for sure, but Actually, I just realized my webcam is being buried behind behind everything. So let me get my face up here. I'll shrink it. I totally just realized that my webcam was behind everything. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys are saying. See, Enderpup says, will there be a release of the soundtrack for Event Horizon? Well, all of the music in the game is available in the, like, when you download the game, just go to the music folder and you can find it all there. I know that the composers I've hired, like Ben Schroeder and Adam Halpin, I'm pretty sure they post their music that they finish on their channels. Actually, I think Adam's in the chat right now. Yeah, Robot Coffin's in the chat right now. He's, I mean, Ben Schroeder's been doing most of the music lately, but I know he's done some of the music. To make one building emit the sound of the carousel. Oh yeah, the carousel music from Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is actually, I found out the music for the merry-go-round and Roller Coaster Tycoon, it's based on actual like military anthems, which I thought was weird. I think one of them is like an Austrian like military march from like the 1800s. So I think the composer for Roller Coaster Tycoon had a sense of humor there. But see, Stormcrow saying, I gotta ask, may Star Fox command rot in hell? But if you had to have an ending in that game be canon, what would it be? Obviously, it'd be the ending, the one happy ending from the game where the Star Fox team doesn't fall apart and Fox and Krystelle have a kid. That would probably be the canon ending for me. The default ending of the game isn't that bad. The problem with the default ending is it's setting up a future game that never happened. So, in retrospect, it kind of sucks, but yeah, I think if Command came out before Assault, it probably wouldn't be hated nearly as much, because Command is like it's just a weird game to end the series on. See, let's see, Robot Coffin. I'm working on too much NDA stuff to post everything. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I think they were talking specifically about Star Fox music, not the other projects you're involved in. But, Mr. Adam, I don't know if I'm going to have the time, but Estelle and I were actually talking about it last night. We're thinking of just making Squadron Sigma just like a series of 10-minute animations that I do every now and again, because I'm on such a roll with the Star Fox stuff, I just don't have time to make a whole nother game. But I think I can manage doing like little 10-minute animation shorts every few months. So we were talking about that last night, and you know, I might commission you to score the next one I do. So heads up, in the next like 3 to 6 months, I might commission you to score an animation where Norin is beating the shit out of a bunch of lizard creatures. And you don't have to sign an NDA for that. Let's see, an ice cream truck is driving around. That's actually a really funny idea, to have like a little ice cream truck driving around. It could even have like, because, you know, I voiced the ice cream bot in the intro to Star Fox 2. Maybe I could have a copy of that little ice cream bot, like, driving a little ice cream truck around the theme park. And you can, like, step on it and destroy it. That's actually a pretty good idea. I might do that. Just have a little ice cream truck driving around that you can destroy. Oh, my goodness. Let's see, Robot Coffin says, I actually think Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 music is licensed from an old album of Carnival organ music. If that's the case, and that Carnival, that whatever the carnivals themselves, I guess, just used music from like different military anthems or whatever. Because I know one of them for sure is, what was it called? It was an Austrian military anthem from the 1800s, but I can't remember what the hell it was called. I remember finding that out like 10 years ago and being like, that's kind of dark to put in a game about building a theme park. Ice Cream Man upgraded to Ice Cream Truck. C'est quoi le nouveau suivant? I don't know French very well, so I'm not sure I entirely understand what you're asking, Neolinks. If you do know English, If Estelle was here, she could answer that. My French is very, very limited. So I'm not 100% sure what suivant is, but let me know. See, also, everybody should definitely follow Ben. His stuff is sick. Yeah, he's... Actually, I don't know if I mentioned it to you, Adam. I commissioned Ben to do a piece of music for the Star Fox game, and it ended up sounding like something that's going to be in the Law of Barons. It had like this very kind of like Wodruna sound to it. I'm just like, oh my god, he like emulated Wodruna perfectly. So I'm probably going to bring him in on that project if I ever get around to it. Actually, funnily enough, Adam, you weren't here earlier in the stream, but I actually showed some of the posts in the background there. I showed some of the Law of Baron stuff earlier because I was talking about it with Estelle last night. So I showed some of that earlier. But yeah, he did a piece of music that I don't think fits Star Fox, but fit the Law of Barons game perfectly. So I'm like, okay, dude, like you are going to do music for that whenever I get around to it. But anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and show some of the level before I head out, because I'm probably going to head out soon. But let me fire up. Let me close this because there was an update to Gnosis where I can't have the editor open at the same time as the game, so I have to close the editor. I'll just go into the level and walk around and show you guys. But I gotta let it fire up, and then I gotta mess with the volume because I'll be too distracted by the sounds if I don't turn the sounds down. Hang on, let me check on something really quick. Oh, the chat just zoomed all the way back to the very start, but thankfully there's a handy arrow at the bottom that let me zoom back to the bottom. See, Ben and I were actually talking about some very Wodruna sounding libraries that sounded really neat, so I guess he must have ended up... I'm sure he'd be fine if I showed you the music he sent me like a few months ago. I'm just like, oh my god, it sounds like Wodruna. Like, that's perfect for my freaking Western game. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna hire him to do music for that. I don't know when the hell I'll get around to that game though, but let me turn the volume down for Event Horizon so it doesn't distract me. And then let me have OBS pick it up. There we go. Is that it? No, that's not it. Do I seriously need to refresh OBS? I feel like there should be a refresh option somewhere in here. Let's see, game capture and specific window. There it is, Star Fox Event Horizon. Okay. All right, guys, let me know if the game is showing up in the background, because on OBS it's not showing up. I think it is, though. Let me look on my other computer. Let's see. Yeah, Neolinks, I don't really know French very well, so I think I saw you ask a question in English a bit up, so let me scroll back up. What's the next level? It's the one I'm working on now. It's called Battle Base Meteor. It's a level from the first two Star Fox games. That was like this amusement park that Andros turned into a giant weapons depot. Let's see, I just want to throw this out there. 10-minute shorts of Star Fox just hanging out and growing in their dynamics would be awesome. And for Patreon, you can do Fox X Krystelle shorts. I mean, if a bunch of patrons are okay with that, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. I don't want to distract from the Star Fox game too much, because those animations do take quite a bit of time. They take quite a bit of energy out of me. So I would want to make sure that's something that a lot of patrons are fine with, because that would distract from actually making the game itself. Guys, the evil dragon lady is back. Yeah, Adam knows who the dragon ladies are. That project goes all the way back to 2011. It's something I've not really posted much online because I've been just working on everything else first. Okay, yeah, it looks like OBS is picking everything up. So let me go select the battle-based meteor, and I'll just walk around and show you guys what's going on. Let's see. Ice cream truck gets destroyed, and Faye's like, no, that was... yeah, no, that's a great idea. Yeah, if the truck gets destroyed, Faye, like, should remark on it. Like, no, Fox, what are you doing? Like, you destroyed the ice cream truck. Something like that. Robot Coffin, drop everything and let's remake Omni Oracle. I haven't forgotten about Omni Oracle. I do think about it every now and again. And I have thought about who Estelle would voice in that project if I ever got to it. So, you know, I have not forgotten about Omni Oracle and the Mushroom Lady. I have a little Easter egg in Norin's game where the Mushroom Lady, where one of the Jeverons has like this mushroom hat thing on and she's all blue and psychedelic and stuff. I have kind of a little reference to that, but let's see, the Star Fox team to carry out a mission to Fortuna, Mio's home planet. I mean, they already went to Fortuna in the Lilat Wars, if that's what you meant. Faye, the ice cream truck. Yeah, I think Faye should react disappointed if the player destroys the ice cream truck. I think that'd be really funny. Okay, I think it's done loading. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk around here. Again, like I said, this level is super duper like work in progress. So there's tons of things just missing everywhere. The lighting hasn't been done at all, so the lighting in this level is all janked. But like the fences and stuff I haven't finished, all the little benches and trash cans and lights I haven't done. So just keep that in mind while I'm going through here. This is like super work in progress. Like this whole area right here is like super empty. I filled out this area a bit more, but still kind of empty. Like over here, my original idea was to have like some kind of like sci-fi like Tomorrowland themed area, but then I was thinking about it and I'm like, that wouldn't really be special in Star Fox because they already live in like sci-fi techno wonderland. So this area kind of started out as like a sci-fi like Tomorrowland themed area, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure that would happen in Star Fox, because that would just be like having like a modern contemporary area at Disneyland or a theme park. So I'm not really sure what the theme of this area is gonna be exactly. Maybe just military themed, like I could have like Cornerian Army propaganda here or something maybe. Like maybe just like some kind of like military propaganda like section of the theme park where it's like all the Cornerian Army. I don't know, but we'll go back this way. But the entry area I know it's gonna be. I was inspired by Oktoberfest and people picked up on it right away, but this whole central like road is gonna be like food themed. It's like loosely based on Oktoberfest. There's gonna be a bunch of different like food stalls here and stuff. I'm gonna have like a giant like neon sign of like some rabbit lady with a giant jug of like beer or something. I don't know. Same thing with the central area here that looks like Krystelle and Faye have been just destroying all of the enemies here while I've done nothing. There's Faye there destroying all the tanks. Anyway, yeah, this whole central area is based on the food thing too. And I got like the fountain in the center. The little battle-based meteor thing up at the top. So yeah, and then the area in the back over here, like I said earlier, is going to be like just a kind of a generic carnival theme. So like all the rides you'd find at like all those traveling like carnivals, you know, like the Ferris wheels and stuff. But like I said, the lighting back here is not done at all, so everything just looks like black. Like, the lighting isn't done in this level at all, so all the lighting's completely borked. So please bear with me with that. Although some of the glow effects are working, like the glow effects on this ride thing. Some of the lighting over here is a little bit better. And then, yeah, the area over here that is all completely empty except for the giant castle and roller coaster. That's gonna be like the fantasy land. Like it's gonna be like all fantastical, kind of like fantasy thing. That's where the boss fight's gonna take place too. So you're basically gonna be fighting the boss in this level in like this giant like fantasy themed like kind of like Disneyland castle area, which I think is just gonna be like really cool because there's really nothing like that in Star Fox because Star Fox is so like sci-fi. I think that's just gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really cool to see that. And then, yeah, that area over there is gonna be like the kiddie land. Like the elevated area up there. It's gonna be like a bunch of like little kids themed rides. I guess kind of like the Toontown at Disneyland or the little Snoopy area at Knott's Berry Farm. Anyway, I'm gonna guess Krystelle and Faye have destroyed all the enemies here now. Yeah, I think they wiped out the few enemies I placed in this level. But then this area over here, which also has orc lighting, is gonna be kind of like a sports themed area. Like that's gonna be the Aquabat Stadium, that sport that Slippy's always talking about. So all the Aquabat stuff's gonna happen there. Probably gonna have like giant TVs here or whatever that are broadcasting sports from around the galaxy. I got like little... It's probably not gonna be tennis. I'm gonna probably like make up all these weird sports, but I put like tennis courts up there. So this whole area here is gonna be sports themed. If you guys have any ideas for like parody sports that would be in the Star Fox universe, let me know. Maybe I'll add them to the sports area of the park. But on top of that, in addition to the theme park, you're going to be able to actually go into other areas of the base too. Like, you'll actually be able to open there's going to be like a little decompression area here. You'll be able to open up the door and you'll be able to walk outside of the base where it's like zero gravity, and then the mechs have like these magnetic things that keep them to the ground. So you'll be able to walk on the perimeter of the base too and like do a bunch of stuff outside. You're gonna have like the meteor landscape out there. It's all blank right now though. It's just a big giant empty void. I can't walk out because I did add the collision but so yeah, this level is probably gonna be the most detailed level in the game, but it also means it's gonna take me the longest to finish. Like I've already been working on it for I think 2 weeks now. There's gonna be so much stuff in this level, and I suspect it's gonna be the best level in the game, and it's just gonna be downhill from here. But yeah, I've been waiting a really long time to make this level. But yeah, I got the whole little chess thing going on here with like the abstract chess pieces. Like the giant chessboard. I'm gonna have to put some kind of mission objective on this giant chessboard. Oh, and how could I forget? And the last thing. Again, I've only done the basic work on this. There's gonna be like a little go-kart track here that you can step on. I might have like little go-karts here that get destroyed if you step on them. But this area is still pretty blank right now. It's just kind of like the setup of a go-kart track. So yeah, that is kind of the very, very early alpha rough draft of the Meteorland theme park level. Hopefully in the next week I'll have a lot more detail and I'll keep posting what I finish on Twitter. Like right now I've just been adding like all the little benches and stuff to the park. Like I started last night, the last thing I worked on was all these little like the little benches and stuff, and then I need to add like all the plants. I don't have any foliage. Well, I do have some foliage. I started on I started adding a bit of like bushes around the park, but I don't have any trees or anything yet. So this is all super duper rough draft. But yeah, last night I was working on like the little benches and trash cans that are gonna be all over the park. So yeah, I think that's everything I've done so far in this level. Should probably look at the chat to see what you guys are saying. Anyway, yeah, I'll just end it there and see what you guys are saying. And I'm probably gonna head out soon because I'm actually getting really hungry. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Dodgeball with gun. Yeah, maybe some kind of dodgeball thing. Yeah, I still need to make like all the logos for the different food things and then like the different sports. Like I'll be like the Aquabat arena, like a sign with like a frog or a toad with the Aquabats. And obviously Slippy will make a comment. He's like, "Hey, I heard about this Aquabat Arena. It's got like the most seats of any stadium in the Lilat system." I don't know. He'll make some comment about the. I think each character might make a different comment on like one of the different themed areas in the park. Like Slippy would comment on the sports area. Krystelle would probably make a comment about the fantasy land. Who would Peppy would make a comment about the food. He'd be like, "Man, I always wanted to go to the Oktoberfest, whatever it's gonna end up being called. He's like, "Man, I always wanted to go here and try all the food," or something like that. Falco would probably, if I do end up making the sci-fi area like a military propaganda thing for the Cornerian army, Falco would probably comment on that. Like, he's like, "I went to the academy. This area's bullshit," or something like that. Space chess. Yes, there's a chessboard that an objective will probably be on. I'm like, I want a giant chessboard in the theme park. Tank racing, which is a real sport in Russia for some reason. Oh yeah, maybe for like the go-kart track, it should actually be like the little hover cycles or something. Oh, and then I could have like Fox maybe make like a little comment about how him and Farah used to do the hover cycle racing or whatever. That might be interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities with the theme park level. Let's see, we need Liladian football. Yeah, some kind of analog for football. Rugby on a multi-story field. Yeah. Go Bullfrogs. Okay, I see Flight Time saying casino. Originally, there was actually going to be like a gambling and a casino section in the theme park. And I did start working on it. But then as I was working on it, I'm like, you know what? I think there needs to be an entire level set in a casino, or like a casino planet or something, or like a Las Vegas level. So I cut the casino section of this theme park out, and I'm saving the casino for like its own level. I think it'd be really awesome to have a Star Fox level where you're basically in Las Vegas, like going through these casinos, like hunting down pirates or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but the casino item is definitely going to come up. Yeah, I definitely have to go soon. I'm getting some calls, so I'll answer one more question and then I need to head out. Let's see. Undying or Neo Lynx is asking, reassure me, won't it be only Fox, Falco, and Faye in this mission? No, the whole Star Fox team's gonna be in this level. It's Fox, Krystelle, and Faye are in the mechs, and then the other characters are in different vehicles. Slippy and Mew are actually going to be in the gyro wings. This level is also going to introduce the gyro wing. When you beat this level, you can replay it with playing as the gyro wing. And then Falco's out in space in the R wing. Peppy's in the Great Fox. What other character am I forgetting? Is that the whole team? I think that's the whole team. Yeah. So all the Star Fox team are going to be in this level. Unless you're asking if only Fox and Falco and Faye would be in the mechs, but Falco's not going to be in a mech. Krystelle, Faye, and Fox are in the mechs, the walkers. I guess that was technically one more question. So Mew won't want to see the stranded petting zoo. There is kind of going to be a zoo section in the theme park, but that might spoil what the boss is. So yeah, but I should definitely head out. But I do see you guys asking some more questions. Laser. Yeah, there should be some kind of like laser tag thing. A laser tag with a bunch of Oh yeah, there. Yeah, maybe I should have some kind of laser tag thing. Yeah, Mew might make a comment on that. That's really funny. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go, guys. I apologize that Estelle had to like leave the stream for like 40 minutes in the middle of it, but she said we'll try and do like a makeup stream sometime in the next few weeks if you guys want to ask her more questions. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, even though she left for a while. But I had fun. Today definitely is been a good day, and today's going to get even better because I have some errands I need to go run, but I am going to go actually get a very tasty meal somewhere while I run those errands, so I'm kind of excited. But yeah, stay tuned. Sometime in the next few weeks, this level will be done. Hopefully sooner than later. I have a feeling this level is going to take a while though, just because it's so detailed. But this level is going to be awesome, and hopefully it won't take me too long to finish it. But yeah, thank you guys for give Faye that ice cream. Faye will get she got the ice cream in the opening cinematic, the one she ended up spitting out when she met Krystelle. So she did get her ice cream. But anyway, thank you guys for turning up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and Estelle and I will try and do another one in the near future. So